Hey guys, I got a donut. What should I do with it? Kelsey, you want the donut?
Yup.
You want the donut? You want the donut? I got an idea. Let's get Maddie. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right. Anyway, thanks. Today we're going to be representing linear functions. Say hi, Jared.
Hi.
Hi, Jared.
Okay. Linear. What does linear mean? When you see the word linear, you always need to be thinking line, 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 line. So the word line is right inside linear. So write that down. What we're going to be doing today is finding 4 solutions of each equation. Okay, so we're going to start learning how to graph lines and find ordered pairs for lines. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So you're going to get an equation of a line. This line's equation is y equals 7x. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the y equals 7x and we're going to make a table. The way I make a table is I draw an x and a y, and then I just plug in some things for x's and I see what y comes out to be. So in y equals 7x, I like to choose things that will make my life easy. I usually like to choose 0, 1, and -1. The book asks for 4, so we'll choose one more. I don't care, let's choose -2, it doesn't matter. So when I choose 0, what I do is instead of writing y equals 7 times x, I'm going to write y equals 7 times 0 because I'm taking the 0, popping it in for x. This is multiplication understood. When x equals 0, y equals 0 as well. Okay, what if I put 1 in? Y equals 7 times 1. 7 times 1 is 7. When x equals 1, y equals 7. What if I put -1 in? Y equals 7 times -1. 7 times -1 is -7. And finally, if I put -2 in, -2 times 7 is -14. So these are my ordered pairs. So if it said, this is a table, this is called a table, but if it wanted a list of ordered pairs, we would say 0, 0, 1, 7, -1, -7, and -2, -14. Okay, and if it asked you to graph, I don't think the book asks you to graph yet, so we'll be doing this in the future, but if it asked you to graph, you would just plot those points, connect them all, and you would have a line. So let's do this one. Y equals x plus 2. We're going to make an xy table. I'm going to pick 4 numbers that I can put in for x. I always start with 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. I'll do 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. I'll do -2. -2 plus +2 is 0. And I'll do -1. -1 plus 2, signs are different. I subtract the numbers and take the sign of the bigger number, which is 2. So the answer is 0, 2, 1, 3, -2, 0, and -1, 1. Over here, it says y equals -2x plus 5. You're going to do an xy table. Pop in some numbers, 0, 0 times -2, 0 plus 5. -1, -1 times -2 is 2, plus 5 is 7. -2 is +4, plus 5 is 9. And +1, +1 times -2 is -2, plus 5 is 3. All right, moving right along. We have 2 more. Y equals 3x minus 1. XY table. I choose 0. 0 times 3 is 0, and I'm left with -1. I choose 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 2. I choose -1. -1 times 3 is -3. Minus 1 is -4 because they're both the same sign, so I add. And then I'll choose 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Minus 1 is 5. Okay? Over here, now we have a negative and a negative, so I'm going to do my XY table. 0, 1, -1, 2. 0 times -4 is 0, so that becomes 0 minus 6, so I get -6 is my answer. If I put in a 1, -4 times 1 is -4 minus 6. Signs are the same, add the numbers, and keep the sign. So that would be negative 10. If I put in a negative 1, negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4 minus 6. Signs are different. Subtract the numbers. Take the sign of the bigger number. And finally 2. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 minus 6. Signs are the same. Add the numbers. Take the sign. Okay. So over here, I want you to see something because there's something else you have to do in this section. We have to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. And this is on it might be on the Big 30 Extreme, but I do need you to know how to do this. The x-intercept is where a line crosses the x-axis, and the y-intercept is where a line crosses the y-axis. That was the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So I'm going to show you what I mean. If I have a graph of a line, so here's my y-axis, that's my x, that's y. I'm going to draw a line right here. This would be crossing my y-axis. This is called the y-intercept. That's where it crosses the y-axis. This is not a straight line, pardon my line, this is the x-axis. This is where it crosses the x-axis. So this is my x-intercept, okay? So if you notice, if I was graphing this point, let's take a guess at what this might be. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This probably is like 0, 9. That's my coordinates. This one is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Negative 12, 0. If you notice, when it crosses the x-intercept, your y will always be 0. When it crosses the y-intercept, when it crosses the y-axis, your x is always going to be 0. So if you want to find where it's going to cross the y-axis, plug in 0 for x. And if you want to find where it's going to cross the x-axis, plug in 0 for y. So let's do that over here. Here's a graph. We have negative 2x plus y equals 4. I want to find the x-axis, the x-intercept, and the y-intercept. And I'm just going to abbreviate. I'm not going to write it out intercept. So the first thing I want to do is I want to find the x-intercept. That's when y equals 0. So I'm going to rewrite my equation. Instead of writing y, I'm going to pop in a 0. So then I get negative 2x equals 4. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, x equals negative 2. So my x-intercept is negative 2. That's when y is 0. How do I find my y-intercept? I'm going to plug in 0 for x. Okay, so negative 2 times 0 plus y equals 4. That all cancels to 0, y equals 4. So my y-intercept is 4. How about over here? Y equals x minus 4. I need to find my y-intercept and my x-intercept. To find my y-intercept, I'm going to plug in 0 for x. Y equals 0 minus 4. 0 minus 4 is just minus 4, or negative 4. And now I'm going to plug in 0 for my y. 0 equals x minus 4. Add 4 to both sides, and I get x equals 4. So that's my x-intercept. Okay, if I were going to graph both of these things, if I wanted to graph this, I would just go to my graph, okay? My x-intercept is negative 2, so that means at negative 2 I'm going to have a dot. My y-intercept is 4. I'm going to have a dot. Take your ruler. Oop, I did not do a good job, but connect the dots. I've got my line. Over here, okay, I have my y-intercept is negative 4, dot. My x-intercept is positive 4, dot. Connect the dots. I have my line. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.